Hey guys, welcome back to another PTCGO video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the decks that performed well at World Championships. Now, rotation is coming up very soon, so I don't even know if I want to make it. There's no point making any videos on like a standard deck when rotation is literally just around the corner. So, guys, I'm not going to be making any videos on any decks for now. Maybe a Mirror Match Monday with Outcast, but just until rotation hits, there won't be any deck videos, just because there's no point making one when rotation is about to come. But today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at decks that did well at the World Championships. So, these are just all the decks that I found. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be showing you guys the full deck list. I'm just going to be showing you guys the cards from the decks that did well. These were all, like, I gathered from the Pokemon website in, like, the top 8 kind of thing. So, the World Championship winning deck was Mega Audino, which I'm sure no one predicted. Nobody probably predicted that Mega Audino of all decks would win the World Championships. But it did, and that is insanity. I do actually want to make a Mega Audino deck, so I might actually make one before rotation. But yeah, Mega Audino won Worlds, which is really crazy and unexpected. I don't think anyone saw that coming. It is a pretty good card. Magical Symphony, 3 energies, does 110 damage. If you played a supporter, which most likely you did, does 50 to 1 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Such a cool card. It's not like that great, but it did well. I mean, imagine if Zygarde and Lucario were being played. It would have been rip. Now, other decks that we saw were Darkrai decks. Now, Darkrai Giratina is a deck that's been doing well, but it didn't actually perform too good at Worlds. I think I only saw like 2 or 3 of these decks in the top 8 for Masters, Seniors, and Juniors on the Pokemon website. But Darkrai is still a good card. You compare it with Garbodor, Giratina's Max Elixir, so Dark Pulse can do a lot of damage. It is a really good card. We also saw Baby Yveltal. Now, Baby Yveltal was played in stuff like Vespiquen. I saw it was played in like Vileplume, I think. I know Ross Cawthon played a Vileplume Yveltal deck just with Baby Yveltal, and it's a good card to deal with Night March. 1 for 30, one-shots Pumpkaboo and Joltik if it doesn't have a Fighting Fury Belt. So Yveltal was seen play there. It's just such a good Night March counter, which I'm sure everyone predicted Night March should be played. Another deck that we actually saw, I don't think it made the top 8, but it was an Aromatisse Toolbox deck, which like revolved around using Aromatisse with all these big basics with Rainbow Energy. It was a cool deck. Unfortunately, I think it ended up losing a match, I think, against like a Night March deck, but Aromatisse is still a fun deck with like the toolbox version. So we did see that at Worlds. I just wanted to highlight that because like Aromatisse toolbox decks are always really cool to see. Vespiquen is another deck that performed well. We saw it with Night March, we saw it by itself. There were some Vileplume Vespiquen variants. So Vileplume Vespiquen didn't see that much play, but well, it probably did, but more than not, other Vespiquen versions made it higher than Vileplume Vespiquen. One Vileplume Vespiquen, or not Vileplume Vespiquen, one Vespiquen deck that did well was Yanmega Break Vespiquen. Yanmega Break Vespiquen ended up winning, I think it ended up winning the juniors, not the seniors, World Championships. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Yanmega Break is just such a good card. Especially with the normal Yanmega, which allows you to actually use Yanmega's attack for free. You don't have to pay any energies if you have 4 cards in your hand, which is really good with Judge and stuff, and it's not that hard to do that anyways, with the right cards. So yeah, Yanmega is just another card that we saw with Vespiquen, won the Junior Championships. Another one we saw was Night March. Obviously, Night March is going to see play at Worlds. It was its final hurrah before it finally rotates it. I can't wait for Night March to leave the format. But yeah, Night March is going to be gone, and that is really awesome to see. But yeah, Night March obviously did well. There's a ton of Night March we saw at Worlds, and I don't think it won any of them. I might have, but I'm pretty sure it didn't, which is awesome. I saw a Mega Manectric variant in the top 8. Deck list. Mega Manectric is a good card. Once again, it's kind of its final hurrah before it leaves, which is kind of sad because Manectric and Mega Manectric EX are 2 of my favorite like combination of cards in the TCG. It's going to be sad to see them leave. Another deck that we saw a little bit was like Genesect Metal, toolboxy kind of decks. Just a deck that is pretty solid. You got Rapid Blaster. It didn't really like win anything, but it still saw play and it did make some top 8s. We also saw Trevenant Break do really good. Trevenant Break is just an awesome deck. If you get that turn 1 item lock, and with Trevenant Break itself, you can just, start spreading the 30 damage, and that can stack up really quickly, and you can get a lot of prizes easily with Trevenant Break. It's just a really powerful card. So finally, we also saw some Water Toolbox decks. Water Toolbox, I'm sure you guys all know, it's a pretty powerful deck, and it actually, obviously runs on Seismitoad EX's Grenade Hammer more than its Quaking Punch most of the time, which is kind of weird to think about, because when you think of Seismitoad, you think of Quaking Punch, but Grenade Hammer is kind of what the deck did, obviously with stuff like Manaphy, Rough Seas, the new Shaman EX we got to heal, I think 20 damage a turn. You can heal 50 a turn, and with that Free Retreat combo, it's just a really powerful deck, and it is hard to beat. And, with stuff like Manaphy's to give it Free Retreat, and, you had Articuno deal with Night Marchers, Glaceon to kind of add into the mix. It's a pretty good deck, and it also performed really well. And then finally, the last deck that we saw did good was, of course, Greninja Break. Greninja Break has always kind of been this secondary break deck that was pretty good. It's kind of cool to see 3 different break decks kind of do well. We saw Greninja Break, Mega Break, and Trevenant Break all do kind of good at Worlds. So it is kind of cool to see the Mega Break do good. And, it was pretty nice to see. Obviously, we did see quite a bit of water decks. Water Toolbox, Seismitoad variants. We saw Greninja Break decks. So yeah, those, in my opinion, are all the good decks from Worlds. And it was a pretty good event. A lot of unexpected things. 2 decks ended up winning that I would never have thought in a million years that a Mega Audino deck would win Worlds. I never would have thought a Mega Break deck would have won Worlds, but that's what happened. I mean, Night March never got to win its Worlds, which is good, because Night March is a deck that is bad. Well, it's not bad, it's good, but it's an annoying deck, no one likes it. So yeah, I mean, that was that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button. Hope this video kind of gave you some insight on what decks did good. And yeah, it was an awesome year at Worlds. The live stream was awesome. I was just so happy to see a Mega Audino deck beat Night March and just win Worlds. I mean, that's just awesome. Night March doesn't deserve to win Worlds when it's about to lead the format. This is its last time it's going to be at a huge event. I mean, maybe expanded, but you get my point. Night March, bye. No one's going to miss you. I might actually make a Night March goodbye video, a farewell, a good riddance, I'm glad you're gone. Hey, you get my point. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more PTCG videos, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.